Our opener is a fun concert march based on a Norwegian melody. It is called Hammerfest. All right. Well, we are on a roll here. As it was mentioned by Shannon in the introduction, this is an intergenerational group, multi-generations. Shannon herself plays with her son, and we have other father-daughter, parent-child combinations in the group, and it's really cool to have that happen here. And you know, we like to play music of different eras. So we're going to please the people in the band, you know. So this one goes back from to the 1970s, 1968, excuse me. How many of you know Carlos Santana? All right. Half the people in this band are too young to know who that is. But you got to figure it out. Santana is one of the greats. We are going to play his Black Magic Woman. All right. Well, we're going back even further the decades with Cotton Eye Joe. That's going to be our next tune. Not the one you do at weddings, a different Cotton Eye Joe. But first, I just want to mention, one cool thing, as a music teacher, I think I can speak for a lot of music teachers when I say it's nothing like when that student takes that instrument out of the case for the first time, that when they're really opening the world of possibilities. That's really cool to see some of these people that are really just in their first few years of music stepping up and doing stuff like this. But I also want to mention, because I don't see that so much in my teaching position right now, another really cool thing just from my perspective is seeing all these people that have taken time off of their instrument and get back to it in venues like this. People that have taken years, in some cases decades. So let me ask you this. If this is your first concert in 5 years or more, raise your hand. All right, let's hear it. All right. So it just goes to show it's never too late to pick back up what you put down. Some people I see a lot of people that see their children that are in the high school era, and now it's time for them to get back to what they did in high school. So kudos to all of you, and you always come back to it. And that's a message to all of you out there too. All right, here is, as I promised, Cotton Eye Joe. Okay, so this being upcoming 4th of July weekend, happy 4th of July to everybody. Please enjoy this weekend. Looks like we're in for beauty. Make sure you enjoy all that summer has to offer. On that note, we like to play this at every concert. It's actually close out our first half. This is the Armed Forces Salute, and we play the tunes of the Army, Coast Guard, Marines, Air Force, and Navy in that order. And as we do at all our concerts, we invite you to, if you recognize the tune of your branch, if you are a veteran or someone that served, please feel free to rise and be acknowledged for this Armed Forces Salute. Here we go. These are all the military Just to tell you a little bit more about the band, it's a good opportunity for people to dust off that instrument that they, as I mentioned, haven't played for a few years or decades. It's also experimental. It's open rehearsals, and when we have our rehearsals, it's always kind of unsure who's going to show up and what instrument they're going to play. And so my friend Eric back here is playing the French horn part. He said, "You want me to play the French horn part?" I said, "Do you play French horn?" He said, "No." And so you may notice back here is this instrument called the iwi, electronic wind instrument. It's like, has the fingerings of a woodwind instrument, but you can program the sounds to anything you want. So he's doing French horn on that. So I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Also, it's a good opportunity for kids to learn new instruments. So actually, you can just stand up back there. I have my two, these actually happen to be my students right here, but they play not that instrument at school. Will over there is a trombonist, and Gracie's a violinist. And they wanted to learn the tuba, and I said, great opportunity in the summer band. So I'm really thrilled with that. So kudos to all you trying new things. Here's to new endeavors and new things. You may sit down. Thank you. All right. On the topic of music ed, there was this great movie that came out last year called Soul. Anyone see Soul? Yeah, I was a big fan of that movie. If you haven't, check it out on Disney+. A lot of accurate and awesome jazz references. And featured in that was this song right here, which was originally made famous in the 1960s by Curtis Mayfield, called "It's All Right," and it was featured in that movie as well. And we're going to start off our second half. The first tune is "It's All Right," featured in Disney Pixar movie Soul. So I'm looking now at this program and I'm realizing there's a lot of tunes from the 1960s and 70s, but that's okay. And this next two, in fact, yeah, also from that era. We're gonna move right along with a medley of tunes by John Denver. Leaving on a Jet Plane, Take Me Home, Country Roads, and Rocky Mountain High. And how can you not sing along? So you are welcome to do that. Or not, whatever you'd like. Here's John Denver. story. We were rehearsing that tune last night, um, and I'm just thinking Denver, Colorado. I've been to Denver. I have family in Denver. Oh, it's my aunt's birthday. She lives in Denver, and luckily, due to the time zone, I had enough time to text her after rehearsal, and she was still awake. So, moving on, Paul Simon, the 59th Street Bridge song, "Feelin' Groovy." We're digging way back before we bring it back to this century. Here we go. All right, how many of you out there like the movie Moana? Disney movie, yes. With great music by Lin-Manuel Miranda. This is Where You Are, How Far I'll Go, You're Welcome, and We Know the Way, selections from Moana. Okay, I really want to just again thank you, the audience, for coming out on this night to support the band. If you like what you heard, you can see us and hear this and some news tunes at our remaining two concerts of the summer. We're going to perform in Nashua at Greeley Park on the evening of August 3rd. That's a Wednesday. And then August 18th, that's a Thursday, in Manchester at Stark Park. Those will be the next two and final two concerts of the summer for this band. So again, thank you for coming. I want to express my appreciation to you, the audience, and I also want to express my appreciation to the people behind me that have, let's hear it. This is an all-volunteer group. Everyone in here is volunteering their time for the love of music. And like I said, the different generations, the people that have dusted off their instrument, but also the kids that do get to play all year. You know, you didn't have to play this summer, so thank you for sharing your love of music with us and the audience. We got students from probably 6 or 7 different high schools, area high schools in this group. So my appreciation to all of you. I'll see you Wednesday at rehearsal. And like we said earlier, it's open to anyone, so give a call to the school or a email to the registrar, and if it interests you. And because there's nothing like live music in settings like this, and there's nothing like playing in a band and learning an instrument and putting those skills to the test. So on that note, we are going to close off this concert with John Philip Sousa, the Washington Post March. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy.